Elise Moreau always smelled of salt and sun, her life shaped by the ocean's pull. She devoted herself to understanding its greatest inhabitants, especially Tyro, BlueSea Marine Park's star Orca. Their bond was legendary, a dance of trust that captivated audiences worldwide. Elise believed she saw a gentle soul behind Tyro's powerful presence, spending countless hours forging a connection she thought unbreakable. Their performances were breathtaking, human and Orca moving as one, a spectacle of interspecies harmony. The crowd saw magic, but not the risks beneath the surface. Elise became the face of BlueSea, championing the park's mission and inspiring millions. She argued these animals were ambassadors for their wild kin, her work a blend of education and entertainment. Her life and Tyro's were intertwined, a partnership she believed was built on mutual affection, but the foundation of their bond was more fragile than she ever imagined. She could not have foreseen how quickly trust could shatter. Tyro's story began in the wild North Atlantic, torn from his family in a traumatic capture. The ocean's freedom was replaced by the confines of a concrete tank, a life sentence. His history at BlueSea was marked by warning signs: aggression, agitation, unpredictable behavior. Management downplayed these incidents, protecting their star attraction. The pressure to perform was immense, the routine relentless, the environment unnatural. Tyro's wild instincts simmered beneath the surface, masked by the show. Trainers knew the risks, but Elise believed her bond with Tyro was different. She trusted him completely, convinced their connection transcended danger. This trust blinded her to the reality. Tyro was still a powerful, unpredictable predator. The shadow of his captivity grew, unnoticed until it was too late. Elise's faith would become a fatal miscalculation. The stage was set for tragedy. July 8, 2025. The stadium was packed, the music blaring, and Elise took the stage with Tyro. The show began as usual, but subtle signs of Tyro's distress went unnoticed. A hesitation here, an agitated flick of the tail there. Signals lost in the spectacle. Elise, focused on the routine, entered the pool for the water ballet, the show's highlight. Suddenly, Tyro's behavior changed. He ignored commands, circling her with unsettling speed. The audience sensed unease, but the performance continued. Then, Tyro grabbed Elise's foot. Not a gentle nudge, but a firm grip. She tried to signal him to release, but he pulled her under. The music stopped. Gasps filled the stadium as the reality set in. The magical performance dissolved into a desperate struggle for survival. Trainers rushed to help, but Tyro was beyond control. The world watched in horror as trust turned to terror. The bond had been broken in the most public, devastating way. Chaos erupted as Tyro dragged Elise beneath the surface. Trainers tried every tactic to distract him, but he was unreachable, driven by instincts and years of frustration. The emergency protocols failed against his raw power. Elise surfaced briefly, gasping for air, before being pulled down again. The audience, once cheering, was now silent and horrified. Rescue attempts with nets proved futile. Tyro was too strong, too agitated. Minutes felt like an eternity as hope faded. Eventually, Tyro released Elise and rescuers reached her. But it was too late. The stadium fell silent, broken only by sirens and sobs. The show was over, the park closed, and the world demanded answers. A tragedy that should never have happened had unfolded before hundreds of witnesses. Elise Moreau's death sparked global outrage and a movement against marine parks. Viral videos and the hashtag #JusticeForElise fueled calls for reform. Investigations revealed a history of ignored warnings and concealed incidents at BlueSea. The narrative of a freak accident collapsed under mounting evidence. Legal consequences followed, but the impact on the industry was deeper. New laws, Elise's law, banned orca breeding and phased out performances. Elise's family founded the Moreau Foundation, fighting to end cetacean captivity. Her legacy became a turning point, forcing society to confront the ethics of keeping wild animals in tanks. Tyro was retired to a sea pen, away from the crowds. Elise's story endures as a lesson. The ocean's wildness cannot be contained, and trust with a captive predator is always fragile.